Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for City of Greensboro news and information. City Manager Nathaniel Trey Davis is introducing the Road to 10,000 plan in response to the continued growth in the region and urgent need for increased housing. The ambitious goal of creating 10,000 new housing units in Greensboro amounts to approximately 1/3 of the housing units Guilford County needs to acquire by 2030. This initiative aims to foster a vibrant, inclusive, and sustainable community by ensuring access to diverse housing options that support all income levels, attracts new workforce talent, and strengthens neighborhoods. City Manager Davis said the city is working to address the housing shortage, most recently dedicating $11 million for housing and supportive services for the unhoused. Additionally, 3,300 residential building permits were issued in Greensboro last year. Implementation of the Road to 10,000 plan involves creating a work group which will launch within the next 30 days. The work group will be comprised of city staff and key stakeholders tasked with the following action items: conducting a scan to identify existing inventory of properties, areas of potential development, and interested developers, evaluating barriers and where the city can be better supportive to development, and providing recommendations for next steps to include stakeholder participation. The desired outcome of producing 10,000 dwellings in the immediate future will be accomplished through strategic partnerships, thoughtful planning, and a shared commitment to innovation. To support this housing expansion, the city will also explore enhancements to transportation infrastructure, transit access, and transit-oriented development, ensuring seamless connectivity for all residents. The Greensboro Metropolitan Planning Organization, or MPO, has released the final draft of its Go Borough Long-Range Transit Plan. The document is available for public review and completion of an online survey through Sunday, March 9th. Once the feedback is received and compiled, the MPO's Transportation Advisory Committee will review the updated plan at its Wednesday, March 12th meeting. At that time, the committee could also approve the plan and recommend its adoption by the Greensboro City Council. Go Borough is a strategic initiative designed to enhance transit in the Greensboro area and work towards a car-optional future. Developed with extensive public input, the plan incorporates insights from more than 3,200 public comments gathered through 2 phases of outreach, 31 public events, and coverage in the local media. The MPO coordinates transportation planning for much of Guilford County. The policy board consists of elected officials from Greensboro, Guilford County, and a member of the North Carolina Board of Transportation. For more information, contact Tram Truong at 336-373-2903. The Guilford Works NC Works Career Center in Greensboro is offering expanded services by including dedicated young adult services. This is a strategic effort to provide essential resources to all job seekers in Guilford County. Young adult services will be offered at the following 3 locations: the Emerging Workforce Center located at 301 South Green Street in Greensboro, the NC Works Career Center in Greensboro located at 2301 West Meadowview Road, and the NC Works Career Center in High Point located at 607 Idle Street. Skilled cross-trained staff will be available to assist both adult and young adult job seekers. This expansion aligns with Guilford Works' ongoing commitment to delivering comprehensive services to all populations and providing the support necessary to succeed in today's job market. For more information about the Next Gen program or to learn how to access resources, contact the NC Works Career Center in Greensboro at 336-297-9444, the NC Works Career Center in High Point at 336-882-4141, or the Emerging Workforce Center at 336-373-2448. Cone Health has partnered with the city to share a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Following these tips is an easy way to help each of us improve our quality of life. Let's take a moment to check out today's news for your health.
Hi, Hi, my name is Dr. Soldatova.
I'm Dr. Joshua Parker.
We are talking about wearables such as smartwatches and how they can benefit your health.
There's a lot of options out there that are all appropriate.
Any wearable has a certain set of features that can be useful for screening and monitoring.
The watches are generally focused on that, tracking heart rate specifically.
You can gain some insight into your heart rate, fitness level, and sleep patterns, which can be helpful just for overall health monitoring.
I think these devices are great supplements to getting traditional care, and I do think they give patients some level of control over their care or feeling more involved in their care.
When it comes to sophisticated tracking of health data, smartwatches like Apple Watch is probably on the top of the list. So if your goal is to gain more information about your heart rate, oxygen levels when you sleep, sleeping patterns, that's probably the best one to buy.
We're able to have our patients send us that information. Now we can get data throughout the year in different settings, and that can be very valuable for us in terms of coming up with treatment plans.
Keeping in mind that it's only a screening tool and not a diagnostic gadget.
On your Apple Watch, it shows that you had an episode of atrial fibrillation, and I look at it and it's real, then we can start treatment effective immediately.
So definitely look at multiple products available for sale and decide which one best fits you. It's not always the most expensive one.
A statewide association is presenting an award to the city, and one city department has developed a foundation to further its service offerings. We'll have those stories and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Congratulations are in order for the city's Procurement Services Division. The team is the recipient of the 2024 Sustained Professional Purchasing Award. This recognition is presented each year by the North Carolina Association of Governmental Purchasing. It goes to member agencies exemplifying excellence in purchasing standards over the previous calendar year. Assistant City Manager Larry Davis said, "This is a testament to the fact that the Procurement Services Division is meeting and surpassing the stringent requirements established by the association. Their commitment to excellence serves as a model for our organization." The awards committee evaluates each city's use of technology, minority outreach, staff certification initiatives, customer and vendor training programs, and the prioritization of environmentally sustainable practices such as using recycled products. The awards presentation will take place in March during the association's annual banquet in Greensboro. The Guilford Workforce Development Board is pleased to announce the official launch of the Guilford Works Foundation. This group will focus on expanding employment and educational opportunities for businesses and job seekers throughout Guilford County. The foundation will enhance employment and training programs through fundraising to support initiatives including those funded by the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. The foundation will also offer various employment and training-related services for a nominal fee. Guilford Works Executive Director Dr. Danielle Harrison said the formation of the foundation has been a year-long process. The purpose is to diversify funding, acquire unrestricted support, and create more opportunities within the community beyond our traditional federal funding streams. Harrison also serves as president of the Guilford Works Foundation, which is governed by a 7-member board comprised of representatives from various organizations within the community. Greensboro Beautiful will host its winter wipeout, coffee, and cleanup until the end of the month. This is a way to unite residents in a collective effort to clean up local parks and green spaces while enjoying coffee and fostering community spirit. Volunteers will receive all the necessary supplies, including gloves, bags, and tools to collect litter and debris in select outdoor spaces around the city. Community members, families, and local organizations are encouraged to participate, wear comfortable clothing, closed-toe shoes, and bring a reusable water bottle. A special event will take place on Saturday, February 22nd at Gateway Gardens, located at 2800 East Gate City Boulevard. Participants are encouraged to gather for coffee, hot cocoa, and snacks before participating in a cleanup along East Gate City Boulevard. To register for this free event or for more information about Greensboro Beautiful, visit the website or call Greensboro Beautiful at 336-574-3600. 3574. The road to recovery for those who struggle with substance abuse does not have to involve jail time. Coming up after the break, find out how the city of Greensboro is leading the way for a better way of life. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Substance abuse plagues a significant percentage of our population, with drugs and alcohol impacting people of all ages. The road to recovery without jail time is possible thanks to the Community Safety Department. Joining me now to give us a promotion of the resources available through LEAD is Mary Hauser. She is the coordinator of the city's Law Enforcement Assisted Diversion Program. Hello, Mary. Welcome to the show.
Hi, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for joining me. LEAD is a new concept, relatively new. But before you tell us about that, tell us about yourself and how did you get into law enforcement?
Okay. Well, when I was younger, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to be in a type of helping field. And so I thought that was going to be nursing. And I pursued that until I needed to pick some electives and thought, juvenile delinquency sounds interesting. You know, I might be working in pediatrics. And I fell in love with it. I really fell in love with the judicial and just the behavior health component to it. And so I switched my major to criminal justice, and that led me to just a career in assessments for recovery courts, juvenile delinquency and prevention, which I've done for the last 10 years prior to this, and now, and LEAD with the city of Greensboro.
Okay, well, let's talk about LEAD.
Okay.
That stands for Law Enforcement Assisted Diversion. So tell us about the model you use with respect to case management.
Okay. LEAD, the model for LEAD is primarily an evidence-based harm reduction. So for harm reduction means there is no abstinence-based component to it. Yes, we would love for people to achieve that, but our case management is not your typical office necessarily. It's just meeting people where they are in the community, because that relationship building is the key to LEAD. And once you earn that respect with them and realize, well, no matter where you are in your recovery stage, I'm going to help you. And so you build that, and then we work with various different components here in Guilford County. So it's exciting to, gain that trust and to watch them believe in themselves that they can change. Addiction is not, it's a situation in someone's life. It doesn't define them, but they need to see that first. So.
And this does impact community as a whole. So this is an
Absolutely.
opportunity for you to take the work you do and partner with other agencies. So tell us a little bit about that community-wide effort.
Okay. Well, LEAD is a component of public safety. And so that is the ultimate goal, is to reduce recidivism and just kind of work with the community, because like you said, substance use is a community a problem. It affects everyone. And so we have a large range of just partnerships between, of course, the city. We work with Goodwill and Next Gen, or Guilford Works, Next Gen, for a education and employment component. We work with Partners Ending Homelessness and Goodwill, as well as for housing and mental health. Of course, you have the BHART. We have BHUC that we use. We do MAT through Crossroads and alcohol and drug services. We go outside of the county as well. I've got people in the western part and, even as close as Forsyth. We just partner with anyone. Again, it's based on that person's needs and what it is that they would like to achieve. And that's where we start.
Okay, and the final message, what is it that you want to share with the community about LEAD?
I would say, for just everyone to know in the community, Greensboro Police Department had adopted this model. And I think that's important for everyone to know, because it shows that they do see a treatment side of things, that not all addiction charges need to go to the judicial side. It is a component to where we can help them, because like I've said, and I stress to people, addiction's just a situation you're going through. It doesn't have to become who you are. And, police officers do see that. And with short staffs everywhere, it makes it difficult for officers to help that person in the moment. And that's when community safety department steps in, and we help that officer make those connections. I can do assessments, I take them places, things that officers can't do in the moment. And so I just think it's important that, we're all trying to achieve the same thing, and that's to, reduce gun violence, reduce addiction, just to help people get back on their feet.
And finally, before we go, you are hosting and coordinating and facilitating a first-time event, Black Balloon Day. Tell us about it and the significance and how that's drawing the community together.
Okay. Black Balloon Day was established March 6th, so it's always on March 6th, but this occurrence happened in 2015. And a family, it was a mom and I believe a sister-in-law, had an accidental overdose with a gentleman 38 years old who was a son, father, husband, brother, and they created this Black Balloon Day to just bring awareness, really, and it historically started with just a balloon on a mailbox. And if they saw a black balloon on a mailbox, meant that someone had overdosed at that house. So I think that's very important so that we know, because that stigma is always there, and a lot of people don't talk about someone that has died in their family of an overdose. And so, but, we need to talk about it, because that's the only way we can help prevent it. If everyone knows, whether it be harm reduction, how to use Narcan, it's very important. And so we want to get that out in the community and show support. There'll be grief counseling, all areas of different treatments, everyone at the Black Balloon Day event, and that's going to be March 6th, Thursday, from 4 to 6 at LeBauer Park in downtown Greensboro. And everyone is welcome. There'll be door prizes, there'll be some snacks, there'll be music, and just a way for people to connect with people like them. And that, we're all here to help. And this is a great community. Greensboro is awesome. And we just want to show the support. And this is, like you said, it's the first time Greensboro's doing it. So we are very excited about it. Myself with the City of Greensboro and Amanda Clark with Guilford County, we're putting on this event for a good cause.
And that'll start at 4 p.m.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, Mary, thank you for taking time and everything that you're doing to assist those in our community who are struggling with addiction, but giving them alternative paths to recovery. It's very important work. You're changing lives. Do come back and let us know about the other events that you'll be hosting.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Stay tuned for some interesting and useful information about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That segment is coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact you and our city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesday of the month. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. These City Council meetings take place in the Katie Dorsett Council Chamber on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building, located at 300 West Washington Street. The public is allowed in person, but only in a limited capacity. Those who choose not to be in the building can participate virtually. The Greensboro City Council meetings are broadcast right here on GTN. The meetings are also streamed live on the city's website and on Cablecast. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. The Nussbaum Center for Entrepreneurship has broken ground and is moving forward with the $40 million redevelopment of the Steel House. Once Carolina Steel's main production plant decades ago, plans call for a total transformation of the building located on Elm Eugene Street. The city designated $2 million to support the project, which has the potential to create 600 jobs. The funding will support Phase 1, which will involve a multi-tenant manufacturing space. The space will provide a hub for innovative and scalable startup manufacturing, maker space for artisans and food entrepreneurs, plus community amenities such as an indoor farmers market and healthcare clinic. The Steel House and several other projects are featured in the city's Economic Development Office 2024 Year in Review, which is available online. To read the full report, visit the new Economic Development's website. Coming up after the break, We'll showcase our department spotlight, but first, prepare to mark your calendars for the places to go and things to do on the town.
I'm Dave, and here are some special events happening this week on the town. The four-time Tony Award-winning musical MJ makes its Tanger Center debut with 8 shows beginning February 18th. MJ centers on Michael Jackson's 1992 Dangerous World Tour and gives the audience a rare look at the King of Pop's creative mind and collaborative spirit. Find tickets online at tangercenter.com. The Triad's only boat and fishing show opens at the Greensboro Complex February 21st for 3 big days. The Central Carolina Boat and Fishing Expo features wakeboarding, tubing, fishing tackle, kayaks, all kinds of boats, and more. Get tickets and information online at greensborofishingexpo.com. The Greensboro History Museum celebrates Black History Month February 22nd with a program for preschoolers and elementary school-age children. Kids can complete a fun craft celebrating Greensboro's African American history before the museum's Lifted Voices program, which features costumed interpreters sharing the stories of African Americans in Greensboro. Learn more at greensborohistory.org. The Glenwood Branch Library hosts a presentation by Shirley Simmons, known to some as Greensboro's Black Historian. Simmons has collected Black memorabilia from the city for decades and displays some of the items in a talk titled The Past, the Present, and Hopes for Our Future. Learn more about this free program at greensborolibrary.org. Stay tuned to FYI Weekly for more happenings on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. The City of Greensboro is the recipient of approximately $9 million in federal funding. This comes from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development's annual Community Development Block Grants. This funding is invested into housing development, rehabilitation, infrastructure repairs, and community services. Each 5 years, the city must conduct a review of community housing needs to determine how to best distribute these funds. The city also developed its own master plan, Housing GSO, to better understand the housing market and to guide investments. In conjunction with 2 consulting firms, the Housing and Neighborhood Development Department is drafting 2 HUD-required plans and updating the Housing GSO plan to establish community goals and manage resource allocations. Residents may take the brief online assessment through Saturday, March 1st to assist in determining community needs and priorities. The survey is available in both English and Spanish. To learn more about the city's housing plans, visit the city's website. Coming up after the break is our Way to Go GSO shout-out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout-out. This week's shout-out goes to the City of Greensboro. The Greensboro Parks and Recreation Department invites the community to take a survey to share feedback on the draft Gillespie Golf Course Master Plan, which calls for renovations to enhance the experience at the golf course. The survey will be available on the city's website until Friday, February 21st. The master plan maps out the future of the Gillespie Golf Course by ensuring its continued relevance to the sport while honoring its endearing legacy for future generations. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings, which airs on 90.1 FM, 100.7 FM, and 90.5 FM. Be sure to download both weekly podcasts, Talk City Greensboro and Talk City in Espanol, plus GTN is streaming on Cablecast. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.